Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video, which is going to be my honest review of third year studying psychology at the University of Warwick. Oh my god, how fitting. My tutor is literally just walking past my house. Hi Hester. Isn't it funny that like tutors don't even know who you are? Like I keep like whenever I see a tutor I want to say hi to them. Not a tutor, I mean a lecturer. You want to say hi, but they have no idea who you are. Anyway, let's get into this video. So we're going to split it up into 3 sections like I did with my second year video. We're going to talk about the course, then social life, and then accommodation. Overall, if you want a quick overall, third year was hard, but not as hard as second year, or I would say it was equally as hard, but more enjoyable. So the actual course, I enjoyed the modules so much more than second year, because in second year you have 6 ones that you have to do, like 6 compulsory modules, whereas in second year you have all of them to choose from. Like you choose all of your modules apart from one, but that's just the dissertation module. So in term 1 I did clinical, law and issues in families and development. I loved law and clinical. They were the best, honestly, because forensics is something like I really love, and clinical is obviously everything mental health, which also I really love. The issues in families and development wasn't my favourite. It was the worst one that term, but equally it was still quite interesting. So definitely the first term modules were a lot better than any that I'd done in second year. And then term 2 I did, what did I do term 2? Attention, which was really good. What the hell did I do? What have I studied? Attention. Positive psychology. Absolutely hated that. It was not for me. It was very wishy-washy and it was taught in a very unstructured way, so I just did it. It was just not, no, it wasn't for me. But I also took an outside optional module, which was an IATL module, and it was called Navigating Psychopathology. Now I thought this was a really good choice to make because it was all coursework, and I just thought navigating psychopathology, it's all about mental health, this is going to be great. It was not great. It was exactly the opposite. I hated it. It was nothing like what I expected. Yes, I found it nice to not have another exam. However, the coursework was huge. I just really didn't enjoy it. It wasn't what I expected at all. Like the teaching was not psychology related really. Like it was, but obviously it's an outside module, so you have people in there from all different degrees and different courses, and they were very much like focused on it being an interdisciplinary module. So like you would get ideas from everybody and like try and see something from psychology from like an English literature point of view or from like an economics point of view, and I just found it really strange. They were my modules, and obviously I had the dissertation module as well. Dissertation took a lot of time. It took up a lot of time. So you literally start from the summer of year 2 choosing your like topics, you get assigned which research project you're going to do, you propose a research project to your supervisor, and then it's literally through the whole year you are working on your dissertation. Now that means that you need to enjoy it. Like I know you've heard this from everybody that you need to enjoy your dissertation, but you really do. Like because you're spending so much time on it and because it's very driven by yourself, like you don't have your supervisor saying, right, you need to be doing this week, you need to be doing this week. You have to be doing it yourself and like know when the deadlines are yourself. So it's very independent. So I would definitely say you really need to enjoy it to have that kind of motivation to do the work. What I would also say with the dissertation is to break it down into the things that you need to be like working towards. So instead of like viewing the dissertation as this whole big thing, break it up into like, right, okay, I need the background research done by this time. I need then like my proposal and my ethics submitted by this point. I then need to start working on like the data collection, like break it up into parts like that. My dissertation was in person. It was working with the driving simulator. So I was there literally like in term 1 every single day, all day. So it was a lot. However, I did enjoy it. But one thing I would say to think about is the amount of time that an in-person data collection takes. So I would kind of say that to think about doing an online questionnaire, just because the data collection is going to be so much easier and take up way less time than like an in-person data collection will. And also there's a lot less to consider with like ethics, so that's kind of easier as well. Also with the uni course, now second year, we all know, if you've watched that video, I found it so hard and I wanted to drop out many times. Third year was a lot better because I enjoyed all of the modules. However, it still was hard, obviously with the dissertation that you had to do all the time, but also in term 2, the assignments was just like, we just kept getting hit with them. Like there was so many. So I would prepare yourself for that in any way that you can. Enjoy term 1 whilst it's very quiet and whilst you don't have any assignments and you just have your dissertation, because term 2, you will have many assignments to do. Another positive thing though about the course in third year is that I would say it's not as big a step up from year 1 to year 2. That was a big step. From 2 to 3, I really don't think the step is big. Yes, they do expect more from you in like your essays and your coursework. However, I really think that it's more enjoyable just because you get to choose all of the modules, and that made the step not feel as big. I don't know, I just personally, my opinion, I don't think the step up was as big from second year to third year. Another thing that I continued to do from second year was to type up my notes. Make sure you get your lecture notes done the day before, get the PowerPoint, make your notes so that you go into the lecture and you're just typing and you don't have to like listen to everything that the lecture's saying because you have the notes already written down. However, with that positive points being said, I do have one thing that I did struggle to kind of grasp in third year, and that is that the support from your tutor, where is it? Like it just went. Yes, my tutor was there if I needed her, if I needed to reach out, then I could, but the support wasn't like there. Like you would have to ask if you needed the help. There wasn't any check-ins, there wasn't any meetings with the tutor. Like with second and first year, you would have like monitoring points where you would meet with your tutor. That wasn't a thing in third year. Didn't know that was going to happen, but I did find that there was not as much support from your tutor, which at the start I did struggle with because I was like, hello, I need help with things. I just need someone to talk to about the things that I'm struggling with. But yeah, expect that to go down a little bit and be the person to reach out if you need the help. Okay, so that is everything about the uni course for third year. Now let's get into the social life. Embrace yourself, because I made a friendship group. I actually had a friendship group from psychology that I would go to lectures, that I would study with, and it was amazing. I love them so much. If you're watching this, I wish I'd have met you in year 1 because that would have helped me a lot. I also went out more because COVID was no longer a thing. It still was in second year, so second year was kind of still impacted by that. First year was just a write-off with that. But yeah, I went out more. Not as much still as the uni expectation. Like I would only go out probably not even once a week. I think in term 1 I went out once a week. Second term, I couldn't because of all the assignments. That was more like once every 2 or 3 weeks. But I definitely went out more. So I went to Smack, Neon, where else did I go? Pop. I think they were the main 3. They're your main clubs. There's Pop at the Student Union, and then in Leamington there's Neon and Smack. Smack is on a Tuesday and Saturday as of now. Pop is Wednesday, and then Neon is Friday. That is something though that I still will not get over about Warwick. The nightlife is crap. If you want a big nightlife, don't come to Warwick, okay? Because there is not a lot, and even if there is, like, it's not on every night of the week. So if you feel like you want to go out on a Thursday, there's nothing. Like, there's nothing. You could go to a bar, but like there's no clubs open. So definitely consider that. A city uni would have a much better nightlife. Obviously this is a campus uni, and if you want to go out, you go to Coventry or Leamington. But yeah, just another thing that I am still agreeing with myself in second year, that the nightlife is not the best here. I also would say a tip for if you want to go out, budget for your Ubers, especially if you're living in Canley like me. Like, the Ubers are expensive to get to Leamington, so split them with your friends and just budget them in your week because they are quite a lot. Obviously you can get the bus, but if you're anything like me, I get travel sick, so I can't use the buses, so Uber prices I had to pay. It was also really nice in third year. I did just mention this briefly, but I studied with my friends a lot more, and it was just so nice to have people there. Obviously I did my dissertation project with a friend as well, so that was really nice. And then whenever I'd like have a lecture, we'd then go and study, like my friendship group would then go and study after in the fab building or the library. And it was just so nice to have people there when you're working, and not necessarily for help, but just the support of like not being lonely in your room doing the work. So that was also a really nice thing from third year. I didn't do a society this year, and I do not regret it, because second year I did it. I did a cappella society, and it took up a lot of time, and also I didn't really make many friends from that. I would say third year, if you really want to do a society, go for it. However, with the dissertation and all the assignments in term two, I really think you would struggle to fit it in. Obviously people will make time if you really want to, but I found it beneficial for me this year to not do one. But that being said, there are so many to choose from at Warwick, so yeah, there are many for you to choose from. But yeah, overall my social life this year has been so much better than second year, and I'm very grateful for it. Like, I really wish I'd have had this friendship group at the start of uni, but I didn't, and I'm very grateful to have had them this year when, you know, the stakes have been higher basically. Okay, in terms of accommodation, I lived in Canley again. So when you go to Warwick, you can either live in Canley, which is like walking distance from uni, or you can live in Leamington, which you will need to get a bus to uni for. So I'm sharing with 3 people this year, and we live in Canley. I would consider living in Lem for the social life, because here you obviously have to get the Ubers to Leamington to go out, whereas obviously in Leamington it's on your doorstep. However, we decided to live in Canley again because we didn't want to get a bus every day to uni, so we can literally walk to uni. So I would just weigh up those options. How much do you prioritise your social life, or how much do you prioritise being closer to uni? With that being said though, this house this year is definitely not as nice as my second year house. It's a lot cheaper, but it has meant that it's not as nice. I'm still grateful to have this house and to have my own room and everything, but it's also not been the best. Like there has been many problems with this house. However, the landlord's been great, so you know, swings and roundabouts I guess. But anyway, that is everything I think for my honest review of third year University of Warwick. Honestly, this has been the best year for me. Year 1, year 2 were not good. This year has been a lot better. So if you're currently finishing second year, if you've currently finished second year, well done. It is the hardest, I promise you. It does not get worse from here. You have made it through the hardest year, in my opinion. This is all just my opinion. Second year was brutal. Third year is not going to be that bad, okay? Like, this is good news. It's not second year again, because you're going to enjoy your modules a lot more. And yes, you have your dissertation, but just break it up into small chunks and it will be fine, I promise. But anyway, I'm gonna go now. I'm actually going to Pride at the uni. I didn't know they were doing anything like this, but I got an email last night saying that there was a Warwick Pride on at the campus, so I'm just gonna go to there. So I'm gonna go, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you have any questions about third year or about Warwick in general, please comment them in the comments, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye!